Hello there and welcome to Crafting Unedited. My name is Sierra and today I'm going to be sharing with you my experience using the all-new, the all-new Koala no need spray or no spray needed water slide paper. So the issue with the water slide paper that I've had in the past is that you gotta use that acrylic spray and let it sit, let it dry, and let it do this and that, and it's just a big pain in the butt. So what I wanted to do is just print wet, or print dry, wet, and apply, basically. But you can't do that with most water slide papers because you need to spray. So I was sent this by Koala to give it a try and see how I liked it. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the process and then I'll tell you all about my experience and what I think of it. So the first thing that you need to do, and all the instructions are right here on the back. This packet comes with 5 sheets. It doesn't seem like a lot, but for like coffee mugs, you can fit like 3 or 4, probably 6 actually, decals on one sheet of paper. So it's pretty good. And then anything bigger, you could probably fit 1 or 2 on each page because it is an 8.5 by 11 sheet. I've already opened it and printed one and actually completed one, as you saw. Just for the purpose of this video, I didn't want to have to bake it for 20 minutes and have you guys hang around for 20 minutes. So I bypassed that one by already doing it, and that way I could give you my full, real, legit review and yay or nay on the product. So it's Koala brand. I love their sublimation products. So far, their HTV, their iron-on and permanent has been great too. All of their products have been really good so far. So it's an 8.5 by 11 sheet, goes right in your printer. One side is, I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell the difference with the light or not, but this is like an off-white color, not as bright white. And this is a more white and matte colored. This is the side that you print on, obviously. This is the side that you do not print on. Reason being is this side will not stick to your substrate. This side will. So what we're gonna do is, normally what I would do is when I print these, I would create an offset with my Cricut and then cut it with the Cricut. But again, time's sake, and kind of laziness, because as you can see, this is an all new Craftily zone. There's a window there. We moved recently and I'm still making adjustments as to where I am, and then we are moving again in like 3 months. More on that later as to how the heck to move with all of your craft crap. It's not fun, trust me. But anyways, moving on. So the process. Basically, you can go direct from Word, image, whatever you want, or even Cricut Design Space. Print then cut if you want. That way you print it, then you put it into your Cricut and you have the Cricut cut around it. Or you can go directly from printer, handy dandy scissors, and you cut. So the only squirrel that I have with this is that it is not a clear backing, it is a white backing. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. So basically I'm just cutting around the edges here. I think I'm gonna do this one. So because it is a white background, I'm gonna kind of like make it just a little fun here. And I just realized that I have these scissors that could have done this for me. Totally forgot about those bad boys. That's okay. It is fine. So I'm just gonna cut like a little border, nothing extravagant. So when you print these, I gave mine a few hours to dry. I don't think that you need to give them a few hours to dry. You could probably just do it in like 15 to 20 minutes, but I like to let the ink dry so that it doesn't smear all over the place and make a big giant mess and make it ugly, you know, that kind of fun stuff. So we're just cutting the border still. Nothing too crazy, just some wavy. Almost done. I have those like fun artsy scissors, like that creates the waves and the borders that you use when scrapbooking. My mother-in-law gave them to me and I totally forgot that I had them. And I almost landed this decal in the water. All right, so got my printed. I did fit 6 of these on one 8.5 by sheet. This is a 3.5 by 2.5 image. So you can fit 6 of these on the 8.5 by sheet of paper. So you need your paper, you need your print, a bowl of water. Doesn't matter if it's hot or cold at all. And then you want a blank. So nifty Dollar Tree is great for these blanks because it's just a solid white coffee mug. You can't use these for sublimation, but you can use them for this project. So got your mug, got that, your decal, image, whatever you want to call it. Got your cup or bowl of water. You want the bowl to be big enough that you can drop your transfer into, your paper into. I forgot what it's called. Words are hard. Then you also want to preheat your oven or have a hair dryer handy for those items that cannot take high heat. The oven you want to preheat to 230 and have a timer set for 15 minutes. That's what I did for this one and it worked out. That's the blank one. That's what I did for this one. And it's on there. It's not coming off. Like I can scrape my fingernail on it right there. And it's, I mean, it'll peel up if you do that, obviously, I guess. But it's not like I can't peel it. These are not dishwasher safe. Don't put them in the dishwasher. Don't take a knife to them and like scrape it. Don't take a scrubber and scrub away because it will peel off. It's kind of like papery. It is Waterslide paper, but it's not like the clear ones that feel more like a film. This feels more like a paper on the product, and you can, I don't know if you can see in the video, but you can see there's a little lip. Like you can hear it. I don't know how to explain it, but it is lifted. So it's not, it's raised. It's not flat or flush with the product. So these are probably for decorative purposes only, not to be like doused in water and soaked forever. I did not try that yet. So back to the process. So long story short, preheat your oven to 230, have it set for 10 to 15 minutes. I did 15 minutes just to be on the safe side, and then have your bowl of water ready to go. Your blank all dusted off. You can use napkin, you can use Lysol, I wouldn't use Lysol wipe, rubbing alcohol wipe, or just rubbing alcohol, paper towel, water, whatever you want. Just make sure there's no fuzzies on it. That's what you want. And then you also want to make sure that you're putting your image on the side that you want it on. If you're righty, you want it on this side. If you're lefty, you want it on this side. I'm gonna go with this side because the only person in my family that is left-handed is my daughter, and she is 7. She does not drink coffee yet. So there we go. So it's all fuzz-free. Yes, I just brushed it off. Don't mind me. It's fine. And then you're going to take your image and drop it into the water. Don't worry, I'm going to show you. Drop it into the water, and then I'll show you the process after that. Let's look downward, shall we? There we go. Again, don't mind my work zone. Still figuring things out. Still putting my life together. All right, so when you drop this into the bowl of water, it's gonna curl. You wanna kind of push it down with your 2 fingers, keeping it separated until it like stays uncurly. So I have my cup and I want my handle facing this way for my right-handed self. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place it right there. You also want to have a squeegee or a credit card or a paper card or something. You can even use your fingers if you want, just to smoothen it out, but I would recommend not doing that with your fingers because you might smear some of the lettering. Learn that the hard way, but I'm gonna show you how to do it. Okay, so decal or paper water slide into, see it's already curling, into there. And then you just let it sit for a couple minutes. And as it sits, you can eventually let it go. And then I like to take a little bit of water on my fingers and dab it onto my blank. It just makes it easier to transfer and move around. Okay, and then it should be ready. So what we're gonna do is take it out of the water. Literally like not even 2 minutes. That's all it takes. Just enough to get the water between the two layers. And then you're gonna place it onto your blank. Using your finger, you're going to push down where you want it. And then you're going to gently, I'm losing my voice and I don't know why. If it doesn't start to slide off of the paper easily, you can add more water to it. It's already got a little bit of wrinkling. But then you hold one side with one finger and pull the other side with your other hand. These are not as delicate as the other water slides that I've used because those like rip on me all the time. So you can move it around, place it, position it however you want it. This looks pretty straight to me. And then with your squeegee, you're gently, very, very gently going to slide the water out. All right, so you're just gonna take a paper towel and dab to get the rest of the water out. You wanna make sure that you're very gentle with this because if not, it'll move and reposition itself. Once you feel like you've gotten all the water out, that's when it's ready to go in the oven and bake. You bake it at 230 for 15 to 20 minutes, sorry, 10 to 15 minutes, not 15 to 20, 10 to 15 minutes. And then when it comes out, it'll be all ready to go and you won't have to worry about it coming off or anything like that for a very long time. You can also use a hair dryer on a low setting or medium setting, and that will also dry it if your substrate is like plastic or something and can't go in the oven. So this is before it's baked. This is after it baked. It does not look much different. The only difference with the Dollar Tree mugs that I don't agree with, it's a mug thing, not the decal thing, is that this is like an off-white and this is a white so you can see the borders, which I didn't expect. So bake it and it doesn't move. Got it. 230 for 15 to 20 minutes. Alrighty, so we have a baked mug. It's not gonna move anywhere. It's dry. And unfortunately, this is my circus and these are my monkeys. That image is from designbundles.net. So if you want that image, you can go on there and grab that. I can drop a link in the description for you as well. As far as the Koala water slides go, I do really like this product. It works well. It's got, you're cutting off the top of my head. It works well. It's got a lot, it's a lot thicker than other water slide papers that I've worked with. And it also has words. It doesn't have words. It also has the Koala name to it. So it's gonna last quite a while. Just from my experience, the only two things that could be a con are that I kind of wish that the backing was clear, but I also understand that if the backing was clear, it probably would be a little bit thinner of a product, which could then also be a positive. Having the white backing makes the words and the colors pop a little bit more, so that also works as a plus. So in reality, I don't really have any cons to the water slide paper. It's not my favorite thing to use in general, just because I don't like water slides. It's just a me thing. I don't like real water slides either. So, but this is a really good option if you don't have a heat press, if you don't do sublimation, if you want to have fun images like this for gifts and stuff easily. I mean, it's super easy. All you need is an inkjet printer, some scissors, a blank, and an oven. That's it. So all good things. Thank you, Koala, for sending me that product, and I'm happy to review it and give you my honest feedback. That's all I have for you today. Until next time, see you later.